The Ferrari company has become a global icon of luxury, performance, and automotive excellence due to its racing team's success in the 20th century. But assume what would happen if the world knew about certain secrets of a loved and respected brand that had been captured throughout its life. Today, I'm going to reveal to you one of them. Back in the day, when Ferrari announced its flagship Enzo model, it claimed that only 349 units of it would be produced. But due to overwhelming demand and the lightning speed of selling out, Ferrari decided to produce another 50 Enzos, totaling 399 units, and then made another one for the Pope of the Catholic Church. So even though Ferrari claimed to produce only 349 units originally, while shoveling their clients money who thought it is only going to be 349 cars and that's it officially ended up making 400 Enzos. Let's just call it an Italian way of doing marketing. However, one man whose name is Mccoy started his investigation of particularly Ferrari Enzos over 20 years ago and found an astonishing discrepancy in Enzo VINs. While conducting his long-going research, he was able to find the records of more than 500 unique Enzo VINs. I will explain to you where the discrepancy comes from. Now picture yourself entering a barn where you come across a rusty piece of scrap metal. You don't really pay attention to it, understanding its apparent lack of value. Later, you stumble upon this same piece being sold for millions at the auction. What makes this scrap piece of car so worthy? Here is how it works. A video went viral showing the discovery of scrap metal that was once a classic 1954 Ferrari 500 Mondial Spider Series 1, which still had its VIN plate on it. This pile of rotten metal was sold at the auction for $1.8 million. Why so expensive? It does not matter for Ferrari company what your car looks like, whether it's wrecked, submerged, burnt, rusted to death, or otherwise destroyed. As long as it has a VIN on its body and you can prove the ownership of this vehicle, you may bring your destroyed car to Ferrari, and they will not only craft a brand new vehicle just like yours from the ground, but they will also attach your original VIN plate to your new vehicle despite your old car's devastation, thereby making an exact replica of it. I call it replica even though it was made at the legit Ferrari factory because this freshly made vehicle has nothing to do with your original Ferrari car, except the notorious VIN plate. So now we understand that some destroyed Ferrari cars were magically resurrected from apparent total losses, highlighting Ferrari's tendency to reconstruct cars which were beyond repair. There's nothing really wrong with making a new car by demand, but why does the VIN tag stay the same? As we already saw from the Ferrari Enzo research and our classic car auction example, the practice of approaching Ferrari asking to replicate your original destroyed vehicle extends to both contemporary supercars and vintage classics that may have deteriorated over time or suffered from other issues. If you have the VIN and money, Ferrari will make a new identical car for you. What makes the same VIN idea interesting is that if you get your restored aka brand new car back with the new VIN on it, it is technically considered as a purchase of another vehicle and it is subject to sales tax. You don't have to pay sales or import tax, unlike if you bring a brand new vehicle. Doing it this way, Ferrari company does its customers a big favor by saving them a lot of money bypassing unnecessary taxes. One thing if it's a modern Enzo that costs $3 million, and another thing if you are bringing back your ex-rusty $20 million classic Ferrari legend in its brand new condition that carries way bigger value, saving a ton of money on taxes. But Ferrari representatives don't disclose this scheme of replicating same cars with their old VINs, and try their best to keep this as a secret. And whoever tries to reveal anything that is unfavorable to Ferrari's branding, they have an ace up their sleeve. They may of course ban you from purchasing their cars for life and even file a lawsuit against you or put other restrictions, but Ferrari went further than that. Our old friend Mccoy, who talked about true Enzo production numbers, stated that he once received an email describing a segment of the Sicilian mafia known as the Black Hand, which apparently is being periodically used by the Ferrari company to get rid of people who are a threat to the brand. No corporation wants its reputation to be ruined, and when it comes to Ferrari's secrets, they do everything to keep it hidden while shutting down individuals who are making this secret public by basically using mafia assassins to completely remove the offending party from existence. Another scam fact Ferrari wants to stay concealed was about Ferrari 599 that has the same engine with the same power as Ferrari Enzo, regardless of Ferrari's evidence to the contrary. Ferrari also had another production numbers discrepancy with its F40 model. Ferrari claimed that they had built 500 units, but later it was revealed that they built over 1,300. In this case, Ferrari said they would continue production after the initial number was announced. That made one of their customers so angry that she sued Ferrari because her limited edition F40 was not as limited as the brand originally advertised. The outcome of that lawsuit is unknown. You might have a question. Why does Ferrari advertise one thing and then it turns out to be another? Marketing strategies of the allegedly low manufacturing numbers are largely used as promotional tactics to increase consumer interest in the brand. And since most clients lack the tools to confirm that the limited production runs have in fact been exceeded, this reality stays in the shadows. But circling back to the main and very logical question around new cars with the same old VINs, why does the value of certain existing Ferrari models not go down when Ferrari makes a new car of the same model instead of a destroyed one? It's the fact that the number of cars of the same model in the world actually remains the same. Let's say there were 10 cars and 5 were destroyed. Technically, the remaining 5 cars must be twice as valuable now, but they won't be, because Ferrari will reproduce all 5 of them for their unfortunate owners. And I bet you all of these owners would use the chance to restore their special cars. So now it's again 10 of them on the market basically self-adjusted itself without even moving anywhere. It doesn't really matter how many vehicles were produced in that factory in Maranello, because the numbers of the cars on the road is the same number that it was before. And this is Ferrari's way to save the memory of its legendary vehicles, carrying its legacy through the years of its existence. I believe there is nothing wrong about Ferrari building new cars for its customers from the destroyed ones, although the fact that Ferrari doesn't reveal the increased production numbers of a certain model is harmful for the brand's reputation and reduces the loyalty of its customers. Would you say it's ethical or not? Let's discuss in the comments.